I was elected to Kingston Council in 2000 and served 3 terms before finally deciding to retire at the end of 2008. I was Mayor for 4 years of that term, again in 2002, and I served 3 terms back to back between 2004 through to 2007. It was a really long gig. I suppose the main focus for me was always to be able to feel that I had the ability to build strong communities, to work with the community so that the community felt very, very connected with a sense of belonging and a real pride in where they lived. To me, that was always what it was about.
Well, I started on the City of Kingston Council in 2000 and I ran through all the way through to 2013. I was elected on 4 occasions and I was Mayor on 4 occasions also. So I had quite a lengthy stay on the City of Kingston. It was quite a privilege and a joy. I had a real desire to make a difference in the local area that I grew up in. I lived in the area and so did my family. And there were a lot of things that we felt as a community wasn't well represented on council. And I thought that hopefully a local person with a local voice understood the issues, knew the connections in that community, could represent that at the council and really push the case to make sure that the Clorinda ward got represented and got the facilities, resources and services it deserved.
My name's Bill Nixon. I started on council in 1982 with Mordialloc Council. Served as Mayor in 1986 to 87. Well, the most thing rewarding about being a local councillor was meeting the people, meeting the groups. You got invited to a lot of groups. You got to meet the whole community. And it was broken up into 3 wards, so you knew your ward better than any other. So I was pretty busy meeting people, going out to meetings, and there was great enjoyment there.
There always are challenges, of course, with the role, and you hear about them on quite a constant basis, but most of them I think were really very positive. Every day brings about a different challenge, but I looked at it as an opportunity to learn. From a personal point of view, and it's something that I would always advise anybody thinking of standing for council, and indeed long-term councillors, it's necessary to look after yourself. The time commitment can be quite enormous, as much or as little time as you want to put into it, but you really do have to strike that right balance, work-life balance.
The golden rule is always the golden rule, no matter where you are. It's family first, council second, other committees third. So make sure that you don't put yourself under too much pressure.
I think the challenges were the frustration that you can't do it all at once. You cannot do everything for everyone. And you'd love to. So you need to prioritise by analysing the information that's provided by the officers and in general through all the departments that you have. You're able to then make an informed decision to make sure that you put the best foot forward and deliver the services and the facilities and all the things that a community needs to have a wonderful city to live in.
I believe I'd be giving advice to any new councillor coming in to perhaps have a really good understanding of the role of the councillor as it applies through the Local Government Act, to totally understand where your role starts and where it ends. It can be very, very confusing understanding the difference. For many councillors, I think they have that difficulty understanding where the operational side of things begins and ends and where the more strategic and the policy direction lies, and that's of course where councillors should be. You know,
one thing I would have been a lot happier to sort of understand is to understand a bit more about the dynamics of council. It obviously is an environment on council where you need to get the support of others to back proposals or thoughts or ideas or strategies that you want to implement. I think being upfront, I think being clear about your ideas, but also listening in to what others want, early on, because that puts you in good stead so that you've got a good relationship and that you can come up with ideas and solutions to problems.
I could have been a little more effective, I think, earlier if I'd actually understood and had been advised to read the local laws as it related to meeting procedure. You're elected and all too soon you find yourself in the chamber, and for many who haven't ever been in that formal position, understanding how that plays out is critical.
I didn't understand council's meeting procedure, so for the first 3 months I just attended the meetings, read the books, picked up what the others were doing, learnt the different type of debate with council. That was the most challenging, knowing when to speak and when not to speak.
The person that makes a really good councillor, in my view, is somebody that is passionate about the area they represent. You always keep in mind that, objectively, in order for you to achieve some of the things you think are important and must happen for the area, other people have different points of view. It's about working out ways that you can tease all the issues out and put the best plans in place so that you can then have a council that delivers the best services, facilities, etc. for its local community.
You can have two lots with a difference of opinion. They can debate hard and vote, but after that, you've got to move on with the result and make it the best result.
Again, you're so close to the issues at times, it is very, very difficult to get a perspective on things and to celebrate the successes and not to beat yourself up too much when things go wrong, as they do. Learn from your mistakes and don't be too hard on yourself. That's what I'm saying. Actually have fun. It's a great opportunity to be able to serve and to be able to represent your community. Enjoy it, really enjoy it.